Hello everyone. In today's session we are going to discuss priorities in CSS. As we already have discussed, there can be many ways to write CSS, as well as there are many selectors by which you can select particular element. Now suppose same element is targeted using different ways of writing CSS and applied same property with different values. In such cases, there's supposed to be set some priorities which will be followed by the browser. For example, in our previous example only, we have applied class college name to this particular element and this particular element, and we are using external CSS, and in that particular file we have applied color blue. So definitely, as we know, that second h1 and a paragraph with the class same class will be applied that color. Now suppose here I am applying different way of writing CSS. The first one, inline CSS. I am specifying a inline CSS and I am applying color as a red. So the same element paragraph is applied one class named college name. In that we are specifying color blue, but we have already also applied one inline CSS which specify color red. So this is called a conflict of the property values of the property. So which color it will take? We are first will see the output, and the output will be red. Why? Because the priority of the inline CSS is the highest among all. Whatever you are going to write with the style attribute in the particular element will have the highest priority among all. So definitely it will be colored red because it is inline. Okay, now let's see one more example of that conflict. For example, I am also specifying id to this particular class, particular element, id demo. I am giving an id to this particular element which is also having one class named college name, and I am specifying that color red over here. So again conflict will arise, that there is one id here which suggests this should be red in color, and one class is there which suggests it should be blue in color. Again, when we are going to refresh the page, it will take red color. Why? Because id is having more priority than the classes. Whenever you are going to apply id to element, highest priority, greater priority would be of id than the class. And again, same rule will be applied. If I am giving a style color whatever pink, then that will be pinged in color. So highest priority would be of a style, then id, and then class. This is the priority of the CSS. So first would be the inline CSS, second highest priority is of id, third highest priority is of class. Now again, let's see one more example. As we have already discussed in the previous session, that we can apply two different classes to same element using space separated values. So I am giving college name 2. I am creating another class. I am giving name as a college name 2, and I am applying some CSS over that. So college name suggests that color should be blue, and college name 2 suggests color should be red, and we have applied both the classes to this particular para. So now what would be the output? Output would be red. Why? Because not because of the sequence over here. It is because the sequence of where we have written, whether it is first or this is first. If we are writing this at the end, college name at the end, it will take blue color. So whatever is at the last will be applied here. This is the priority. Okay, and now there is one more chance. For example, I am giving style embedded or internal CSS. I am using internal CSS now, and I am applying some values to the paragraph. Now this paragraph is applied with using classes as well as internal CSS. So now what would be the color? Definitely it is blue. Why? Because we have applied a CSS and it suggests its color should be blue. Now for example, I am applying this class over here, college name 2 over here, and I am removing this from here. College name is inside the external CSS and college name 2 is inside the internal CSS. So now that would be orange. Why? Because we have selected a class and that particular class is in internal CSS. So when I summarize this session, what would be the priority? First priority would be of inline CSS, then ID, then class. And if we are considering the different ways of writing CSS, inline would be the highest priority, then internal, and then external. Thank you.